after this thing quit, this dinosaur shut off the recording, I think we should get started with the review on the Schleich exclusive Tyrannosaurus Rex. Anyway, let's start with the review. So, let's start off. Okay, from now on, every review, it's gonna get a rating, and at the rating, you will see the rating by stars that pops up. Okay, so now, when reviewing this model, we can see it is a very intricate and detailed model. These people have taken the time to work in every single scale. So that's something to be good. That's pretty good. It's very detailed. It's got perfect head structure. It's got really good teeth, although not sharp, but I'm assuming this so that kids don't hurt themselves with it. It's got very good texture. Very solid toy. The only articulation, though, is in its mouth, which does exactly what the Papo T-Rex does, which we will be reviewing. See? So the Papo can do it a little bit more so. Anyway, we're reviewing this guy. So he can open his mouth. However, there are a few little nitpicks I have. One is this little crest right there on the bone. Right there. Now most people just dismiss this and say, you're gonna have to wait. I have to introduce this. You know, I'll just do that in the description. Haha, you have to read for once in your life. Mwahaha. So anyway, the reason I don't like this crest is because this head can't function while this crest is there. Because you see, if you have an animal like this is the muscle, and this is the bone. When that muscle contracts, so it's bunched up like that, it pulls it back. It goes flat, pushes it forward, like that. And that allows the head to move up and down. However, when you have the bone in the way, the bone is now on top, and the muscle doesn't do anything. So this head wouldn't move and couldn't even maintain this position with this little crest right here. It would actually go whoop like that to the nasal bone. But anyway, that's just my nitpick. It's still pretty dang cool. However, I do have one very big nitpick. As you can probably determine by the title of this episode, it has no scapula! I mean, come on! How can they forget the scapula? The arm's attached to the scapula, and they don't even have a scapula. The creature doesn't have a scapula. Do you see? That is like all arm. All the way up to where the scapula should be, there's an arm. And you know what's terrible about this? These arms are gigantic compared to normal dinosaur arms. Look at how big those arms are. Look at how big they are. They are freaking-gantic. Not even allosaurids have hands that big. And worse yet, they're pronated. Dinosaurs can't pronate their hands. Hands like these are broken. Watch this. This is how pronated it is. You can see my hand. I'm going to bring it. Oh, see? Okay, so here's one hand. All the way over here. Here. Then here's another hand right here. Those are two hands. It's holding on by itself. And then look. So its hands are pronated. That's terrible. Its arms are gigantic. That's terrible. But it has no scapulas. Not one scapula. Scapulae? I think it'd be called scapulae, not scapulas. Would it be scapula? Would it be scapulas, scapula, or scapulae? I have no idea. But it doesn't have any of those. It just has an arm and then a body. For such a highly detailed model, how could they forget the scapula? How? How could they forget the scapula? They've even, see this ridge right there? That's where muscle, you can see the muscles right there. That's where those muscles attach to a scapula that isn't there. These muscles that are very real in this model attach to a scapula that is anything but just imaginary in this dinosaur. And T-Rex had a very large scapula. In fact, T-Rex's scapula stretched from where this animal's shoulder is, right here, all the way down to its chest, right here. And this is where the arm should have attached, not here, at the top of the body. Look, here, we're going to use Papo. Because Papo, you'll get your review. Look at that. So you can see the scapula, and the arm push is right here, and you can see that the scapula is right there. That's the scapula. You can see that. You can also see the scapula right there. Do you see any of that on this? No, you don't see any of that on this guy. That's why it is inaccurate. It doesn't have a freaking scapula. How could you forget a scapula? How? You just don't forget that. You just don't. Even I know that you can they could have added a scapula in this. Here's how you do it. Okay, you take your model. You see, oh, the arms are too high. You tear them off as they're clay, and then you put them right there where they would go. Add a strip of clay there, blend it all together, and boom, you got yourself a scapula, and you got yourself arms. Then the model goes into mass production, and then things happen, and then bam, you got a scapula on your dinosaur. But how on earth do you forget the scapula? Ow! I mean, sure, it's not that big a bone, but try taking your shoulder blades, okay? Removing them, and then putting your arms where your shoulder blade is. Not your shoulders, where your shoulder blade is. That is the equivalent of removing the scapulas on this dinosaur and putting the arms where they are. It just doesn't work. The arms aren't good enough. It doesn't have scapulas. That is really stupid. Schleich, what the heck were you thinking when you decided not to add the scapula? You could have done anything, but you just forgot the scapula. It doesn't make sense, Schleich. Not at all does it ever make sense. Why would you forget the scapula? The scapula! That is like the wishbone. That is the same scapula that a bird uses to fly. You're not going to forget a scapula on a bird that you use to fly, will you? No, because it needs that. T-Rex apparently doesn't. Ah. Dang, that is annoying. People don't get their dinosaur anatomies right. Oh, he's talking to someone. Anyway, let's get off that subject because we have butchered Schleich's lack of a scapula enough. Maybe the rest of their models will contain scapulae. Or scapula. Or scapulas. Whatever it is. Doesn't matter. Maybe they'll contain them. Anyway, back to the model. Like I said already, the only nitpicks I have are the crest and the lack of a scapula. I mean, come on. You forgot the scapula. God. These are people who go to the length to put the pelvis. The pelvis. They put in the pelvis. Thing that you wouldn't normally remember to put in a dinosaur. I forget to put the pelvis in sometimes in my dinosaurs, but I remember to put the scapula in. How do you forget the freaking scapula? It just doesn't make sense. Anyway, so like I said a million times, let's get back to the model. it's pretty good all around. I mean, there's nothing really terrible about it. Sorry, let me get back in the frame. There's nothing really bad about it. It's actually this is actually an exclusive one. The green variant is the most common. This one is the exclusive red variant. It kind of reminds me of the T-Rex from Primal Carnage. Does it not to you guys? And also, it's got another thing I have about it is it's got really wrinkly folds around the neck. T-Rex, scaled or not, would not have that. Because, I mean, look at crocodiles. Do they have that kind of fleshy stuff? They usually don't. I mean, sure, it could look like Papo, where, I mean, you have a little bit of, like that, of wrinkle, but you don't have, like a ton of wrinkles in your dinosaur. Like, that's one thing you should know. Crocodiles, dinosaurs' closest relatives. Shut up. Birds are dinosaurs. That therefore means that crocodiles are dinosaurs' closest living relatives. Because birds are technically dinosaurs. So crocodiles, dinosaurs' closest living relatives, they don't have wrinkles and folds in their necks. Do they? I mean, if they're bunched up, yeah, sure, they might have it. But they don't have it like that. So, but other than that's just something. It's got really good musculature in the legs. I have to give it that. I like its design as having these bird-like yellow feet, like eagle talons and claws. I don't necessarily like it on the arms. It doesn't look that good on the arms. I think they should have kept it black and red there. It's got very good detail in the eyes here. It's got its binocular vision. Also, another thing that you might not be able to see. The eyes, this one looks forward, and this eye looks downward, so that you can have it posed in different ways, and have it looking different ways. So, I mean, it's pretty good. Let me see if they did that on this guy. Yeah, they didn't do it on the paper, so it's pretty good. So all in all, the Schleich T-Rex red variant, I would give a, drumroll please, 3.6. Why do I say 3.6? Well, although it's a very good model, its arms are too long. Do I even need to say the next part? Do I even need to say the next part? No, I don't, but I'm going to say it anyway. It doesn't have a freaking scapula. I mean, I know it's a bit harsh to give it a 3.6, because, I mean, the arm's too long. That's just a given. I mean, look at the thing. This is a Papo T-Rex. Oh, this smaller, if anything. And its arms, it's bigger actually, and its arms are long as this, but it's bigger, and therefore it makes the arms, makes the arms a lot less, it makes it more proportional. Schleich's arms are just way too big. Its arms are too big. It doesn't have a scapula, and the crest thing I don't like. So the scapula probably takes up that 1%, that 1 star, and then everything else that I don't like about it takes up the 0.6. So 0.6, wait, hold on, I gotta do math. Okay, so plus 1 would be 4.6. Okay, so everything takes up 4, and the scapula just takes up that whole star. It just takes the star away because it doesn't have a scapula. I know that's nitpicky, but that's my rating on it. However, actually, it's most of the that's a 3.6 about the toy, but as a whole, I'd still give it a 3.6 because this thing costs $22. $22 for this thing. I mean, like, it's pretty good. But, I mean, look at how small it is. It's, like, really small. I can hold it in my hand. Like this. I mean, $22 is a whole lot for this thing. Beardy is almost as big, if not bigger than this. Hold on a second. We're going to do a size comparison. Hold on, guys. I got to get my little creature out of his tank. He just was asleep, so now I have to get him out for a comparison. Jesus, don't slam your door. Okay. Bang. Look at how big my lizard is compared to this thing. It's gigantic. Now, sure, my bearded dragon costed $58, but that's because it's a living creature. A toy this size would normally cost $10. This thing costed $22. Oh, you cute little belly. I think we're actually going to do a review on Beardy one day. So look forward to that. Okay, so the cost is a little bit on the pricey side. So, that's why I give it a 3.6 rating. I would buy it if you don't buy it. Don't go and buy it. However, if you happen to come across it, don't buy the green variant, because the green variant, that's tons of them for $22. The red variant, however, if you find it and there's only one in stock, I would get it. But don't go looking for it. Just if you happen to find it and it's the only one there and it's the red variant, I would get that. So anyway, that's my take on the Schleich Tyrannosaurus Rex. With a 3.6 rating, it's pretty good. I mean, it's not as good as, say, its rival, which we will be doing a review on. Don't you worry. I actually did a review on it early on my channel. However, it was completely and utterly deleted. So we don't exactly know how it got deleted. But we just know that it was deleted and that, well, we didn't get that episode that day. Gosh, stupid computers. So anyway, we're going to go into editing this video now and attach the super amazing end card, because we all know the end cards are amazing. So anyway, that's my rating for the Schleich Tyrannosaurus Rex. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Make sure to leave a like, forget to leave a dislike, and have a fan-flippin-tastic day. And subscribe if you like. I mean, it might help, it might not help. You probably want to subscribe. Anyway, thank you for watching. Make sure to leave a like, forget to leave a dislike, and have a fan-flippin-tastic day. I know I probably say things tons of times, but hey, that's just who I am. And my partner in crime, Beardy, he's also saying goodbye. He's like, bye guys. Bye. We'll see you next episode. Or in the end card. Bye. Bye guys. Bye. See you. Hello everybody. Chances are if you made it this far in the video, you probably liked it. And chances are that if you probably liked that video, you might want to check out these two videos. If you click over here, whoop, you will be directed to my previous video, Science of Space Episode 3, Titan. And if you click over here, you will be directed to another great video, drawing a juvenile Tyrannosaurus Rex for Wikipedia. But if by chance you don't want to watch either of those videos, you can subscribe to my channel for more great content. And when you watch the great content, you'll be happier, and then you'll watch more videos, and boom. So basically that's it. I mean, there's three options. Click here, and click here. Both are pretty good. All three are pretty good options in my opinions. So, go on ahead. Click on it. I promise you, it'll be worth it.